Social Studies, and we are flying down to Africa. So, this week we will be looking at maps of Africa, and you'll be looking at some Google Slides and doing Newsela in order to gain a little bit of information about Africa and at least the geography of Africa. So let's take a look. Right now, we have a world map on our screen. And if you can see right now in the United States, right where my mouse is, this is where we are. Across, if you can see the Atlantic Ocean, is Africa. So, looking at all the places, there's Greenland, North America, which is Canada, United States, and South America. Then we have Africa right here. Here is Europe. Then we studied the Middle East already. Okay. This is East. So here's the Middle East, and this is East, and down here is Australia. In the very middle of our map here is Africa. And what's really exciting about this map is you can click on so many different things in these places, and look what comes up. Well, my screen isn't doing it, but if you get to it, there we go. It will take you to specific information. So if I picked Libya, you'd be able to get different maps, satellite maps, Libya on a world wall map, Libya in Africa, and it tells you all the different information. So if you click on any one of those countries of Africa, you'd be able to get a little bit more information and specific information. So it's pretty exciting. If you can see on our world map right now, it is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean on the left side, and on the right side, the Indian Ocean, which is a very large ocean. So at this point, I would like to take you to our slides. So the slides for this week contain, right here, we put the resources. That was the geology resource right here, but because we're going to be learning about geography and history of Africa, we want to make sure that we tap on some of the maps. You can look at the Duckster site, which is here. And Ducksters, we put on here, has all the information about Africa specifically. So I know some of these pop-ups are coming up. Just click out of them using the X. Do not click on anything else. So Africa Geography, it has all the major cities and bodies of water. Here's all the countries that you can learn more about. Fun facts. They have the map. And they have a whole bunch of information of everything about Africa. So if I go here, this is just some of the places, water features. Many of the water features that are in Africa, the Atlantic Ocean, Congo River. And we'll be talking about all these as we explore Africa a lot more through the unit, through the weeks. Indian Ocean, Lake Victoria, the Limpopo River, Mediterranean Sea, which was above it, Niger, Nile River. We've talked about the Nile when we did a little bit of the Middle Eastern piece up in Egypt, African and Middle East. So the ancient African Nile River. Orange River, Red Sea, and the Zambezi. So, and some of the land features, they have the mountains there, the Atlas Mountains, the Congo Basin, Ethiopian Highlands, the Great Rift Valley, the Kalahari Desert, Libyan Desert, Mount Kilimanjaro, Sahara Desert, Sahel. I haven't heard of that one yet, but I would like to I'm going to actually look that one up. The Serengeti, Tropic of Cancer, and the Tropic of Capricorn Sea. There's even something we can all learn about. So, and here are some of the links of an interactive. This is even a bigger link right here. You can click on it and you'll be able to see all different things. And we'll be doing that a little bit more as we go live together. I would like for everyone also to play the Countries of Africa game. All you do is click here and click in here and you'll be able to play the game. That is one of your assignments going with these slides. It would be fun and we can see if you're doing it. On this slide, you're going to be looking at natural resources. Every country has natural resources. And if I did a natural resource, here's the African resources. Natural resources are a really important part of our survival. And as you guys know, in many countries and places in the earth, different places make or have resources for different things. As you can see, some of the bigger resources that they have there, here's your legend, is precious metals and minerals. You can see pink, real big, diamonds, gold, Okay, they do a lot of mining for that in Africa. There, another large portion I'm looking at here is oil. Okay, we need oil for many things. So oil keeps a lot of our machinery running. If we didn't have oil, we wouldn't have a lot of the machines that we use today. So it's a very interesting slide, but you are going to take a look and see where aluminum, cocoa, coffee, copper, diamonds, and gold are, iron, manganese, petroleum, platinum, tantalum, and uranium are on that map. So pretty interesting. Here we have the African timeline. You'll be able to find that on the Duxter site. So then we have the African kingdoms and the West African kingdoms, and they're just maps that kind of separate Africa. Remember, right now I'm just giving you an overview of what your assignments are. We're going to be talking about ethnicity, a social group that has common or national or cultural traditions. Your ethnicity is somewhat like your background and your traditions, the types of things you are. A lot of people can put that with religious backgrounds or the type of where you derive from. So in that sense. And you do have another slide. I'm trying to access it now. And then you're going to look at all 5 maps that we just looked at in the Africans, regions, and ethnic groups folder. Okay? Use those to answer the questions below. So you are going to have to answer all these questions. Please be specific. And if I went to this, all of us have a Google Drive. And in this Google Drive, there is a map on West Africa, South Africa, North Africa, East Africa, and Central Africa. They are all pictures. But looking at these maps, for instance, if I pulled up West Africa, here are numbers. I would find that number. So what's number 6? If I went to 6 here, Dan. Okay. So if I went back into my questions, if they ask you what is number 6 in the West African, you would just be able to link that through. So you will have a legend for every single one of those. And for the most part, looking at the maps and understanding the maps this week and where places are, we are going to tap in later this week. We are going to be expected to start knowing where places are on these maps next week. Hopefully we'll be creating a map as one of your assignments. So in order to be able to put everything on the map and be able to move on, then you will have 2 Newsela stories. So in your assignments, I'm actually going to go to your week planner. It is not complete, but however, in your weekly planner that I'm looking at that we are going to be putting up for you when it comes up, you will notice on your weekly planner that we are still creating. It is not completed, so don't this 100%. If you notice on our weekly planner, we'll have 2 Newsela stories, African geography and climate map of Africa. Please make sure you are leveling the Lexile of that. Okay, so a quick screencast of maps and Africa slides. It's just sliding you into what we're supposed to be doing. And I will be connecting it to all of my YouTube channel. So all screencasts you can find for all your work will be on my YouTube channel that I'll be connecting in here. All right, crew. Thank you for listening in. Get started on that social studies. Take a look at all the maps. Be able to click on everywhere and take a look and try to start looking at what is in Africa, what countries are in Africa, familiarize yourself with it, what bodies of water are in there, and what's the geography? What kinds of things do they have there? Do they have deserts? Do they have mountains, prairies, flatlands? So, all right, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you. Thank you.